Alright, welcome back to the channel. Before this video gets going, I wanted to just let you know that this video is a little bit on the longer side, but there's a good reason for that. Make sure you watch it all the way through. There are some good fish caught in this video. It had rained the previous night and day, so there was a front that had come through. I think it was a warm front because it didn't really get that cold, but usually post-frontal fishing conditions can be a little tough. Finesse is the way to go in those situations, especially this time of year. But enjoy this video. Make sure you watch it all the way through. You won't believe some of these fish. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm filming my intro after I've fished, just because it was dark when I started and I got busy catching fish. So stay tuned. Pretty good day. It was a tough day. No wind. It had rained all night, all day yesterday, all night. But I figured a few out, so stay tuned. There we go. I know it's kind of dark, starting off with a nice little plump little spot. Not a very big one, but it's okay. He thumped it pretty good. That felt good. Oop, there was another one, son of a gun. It rained all night, all day yesterday. And I'm afraid this water's muddy. It's too dark for me to tell for sure, but it looks pretty muddy. But I just caught that one, so just because it's muddy don't mean you can't catch fish. I do prefer cleaner water though. Yeah, this water is muddy. So I'm using small bucktail jig. Okay, I'm working my way out of the creek. This creek is very muddy. The farther I get out of the creek, the less muddy it becomes. And it's gonna stay kind of dark just because it's so much overcast. All right. This creek, water is much clearer. We'll see if that makes a difference. There we go. Way out on the point. I mean, way out in the deeper water. That's a little better fish. Hey, he's not a giant, still. I'll take it. I will take it. Man, he was out in deep water. Way out on the point. There just might be another. All right, so it's in the 40s. It's not that cold, so I was able to take my heavy jacket off, which helps. Only two so far. That's kind of disappointing. That's how it works, though.
There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, he came off. Darn it. That felt like a good one. He didn't hit it right, though. He took it right off the bottom. Darn it. That was my biggest fish of the day, I could tell. Subtle little point that drops off way deep. That fish was deep. Man, that's disappointing. Day like today, though, every fish counts. Oh well, that's part of it. You win some, you lose some. That was a nice fish, I could tell. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh. Big old spot. Come on. Boy, spunky, spunky. There's a nice one. Nice, big, chunky spot. Phew, they've been hard to come by. Okay, that's more like it. There just might be another. Nice, big, chunky spot. Man. Boy, there hasn't been very many of them, I can tell you that. I'm having to work for them. I'm gonna throw back over there where that one was. I'm sitting in 31 feet. I think I might have caught him at about 18 feet deep, that fish. I'm guessing right around that depth. Okay, I just moved to this point here because there's a lot of seagulls kind of working this area. We'll see if it makes a difference. There we go. Boy, that fish was deep. I'm not 100% sure this is a... Oh yeah, it's another big spot. I was busy watching the seagulls. Another nice spot. It's 2-pounder maybe. Geez, I had to let that sink forever. You gotta be kidding me. Well, another rod bites the dust. And this is an expensive Kistler Z-bone. My guide came out. Well, I'll have to go to my backup rod. So I was fishing out over here, and there's just, someone must have caught a striper, because there's guide boats and fly rod boats. Got a little too crowded for me. I'll leave that to them. I'll come over here and catch the spots, hopefully. Just hit a day where they're not that active. There we go. Oh boy, this is a monster. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. This is why I throw this hair jig this time of year. Look at the size of that spot. That's a monster. Monster. I don't know. We'll see if I can dig out the scale real quick. It's 3+, I know that. We'll see what she weighs. Okay, it's 3.77, so it's almost a 4-pounder. Beautiful, nice, big, beautiful spot. All right. Might want to leave that out. So, try to show you here. Got this little point right here, and I caught him right on the side of this point. The points make all the difference in the world. Man, that fish just hammered it too. I will take it. All right. I'm not going to stay out much longer. I'd like to catch one more, at least. Ah, darn it. Was that a fish? There we go. Uh-oh. Oh! This one just slammed it as I was starting to reel it up. Oh. It's another jumbo spot. It's another just monster. I mean, I got my scale here. I guess I might as well see what it weighs. It's not as big as the last one. Still a nice fish. What's going on? It says 3.56. Nice big belly on him. I didn't think it looked that big. It's a nice one though. Nice fish. Okay. Man, I'm really having to work for them, but you know, geez, this time of year you can catch some monsters. Man, that felt good. He hammered it. Man, I love catching them this way. Just a bucktail. I'm using a 1/4 ounce because I'm fishing kind of deep. But I'll use lighter if I'm fishing shallower or if there's no wind. And I'll go even heavier, you know, I'll fish a 3/8 or even a 1/2 ounce at times. Just depends on where I'm fishing. I kind of like this point, I know that. Again though, today it's just singles. I don't... They should be bunched up. And I really should have my jacket on. It's getting a little chilly. It hasn't really warmed up today. I think it was warmer when I started. Oh, there he was, you son of a gun. I didn't get him. That had one hit it pretty good, but he just nipped at it evidently because I didn't get him. I got a couple more spots I want to try before I head in, but man, there is a crowd of guide boats and fly rod guys. Jeez, is it a crowd out there. I don't know if I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boats. Someone caught a striper. There's 8 boats. I'm going to stay away from the crowd. I don't want to fish in a crowd. There's fish all over the place. You don't all have to fish on top of each other. I'll be happy with a couple more spots. Maybe a striper. You never know. Man, I have caught some nice ones today. Not a whole lot, but I mean, that's 6 or 7, I think, total, but man, those big spots are beautiful fish. I would have liked to have caught a striper or 2, but that's okay. I love catching the spots. Boy, those big ones are stout. So I fished this area earlier. I think I'm going to fish it again. That last one, well, the last 2 fish have been really good ones, so I can't really complain. I would like to catch another fish before I go, but work is going to be busy this week, so I don't know if I have another shot to fish or not. So if you can see here, we're coming up on another point. I just don't have any wind, so. But every fish I've caught has been relating to a point. Working this jig, it's kind of like meditating for me. It's peaceful for me. It's my favorite thing to do. There we go. I knew he'd be here. I knew there'd be one here. I just knew it. Not a giant, but he's, you know, solid 1.5-pounder, maybe. I'll take it. That is satisfying, because I just knew there was going to be one on this point. There should be more than one, but boy, he was deep too. That fish there, I might have caught him out of 20 feet. I'm setting in 31. I just knew there would be one there. I'll be surprised if there's not another. Boy, that one he just barely kissed it. If I wouldn't have been watching my line, I wouldn't have caught him. Ah, man, that is satisfying. You know, I've mentioned it on previous episodes a million times, but I'm using a 8-pound Gamma Touch fluorocarbon. This is a for those that are interested. What is this? This is a FX Custom 7-foot medium fast spinning rod. And this is the old Shimano Stratic CI4 reel. It's my backup reel, or my backup rod. So it rained all night. The fishing's pretty tough. So some kind of front came through. I think it's a warm front because it's not that cold. It's got to be, you know, I'm thinking it's in the mid 40s. Seagulls are acting kind of fishy right here in front of me. Right here in front of me. There we go. Nice little striper. Those guys came and fished. Literally, I could have reached out and touched their boat. They were so close. I mean, there's plenty of water. I don't understand why it's got to get so crowded. It's starting to get a little too crowded for me. These guys, I mean, they will cast right in the back of your boat. Amazing. So we just had stripers chasing bait right over in this area. They were just small stripers. I caught one. That boat got a little too close for my comfort. I couldn't even cast. There were 3 of them casting. Oh well, I just continue fishing. All right, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That was a pretty good day, pretty tough, but my strategy was just to hit points until I found them, and I found some good ones. Light line, a small jig. Well, this time of year is, you know, there's a lot of fish feeding on small thread fin shad, and that's why that works. So anyway, thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you come back to see the next episode. I've got some good stuff coming up. Thanks for watching.